It is 5:30 a.m. I'm going on my morning run and swim at the ocean. Let's do this. The ocean was extremely violent. I'm literally 500 meters away from it and I can hear the waves crashing into the shore. And it's almost winter time. So yeah, the summer is over. The fun has stopped. It's 6 a.m. right now and you can see it's straight up dark outside. There's a bit of the sunrise there, but not like it used to in the summer. And so now I'm deeply thinking, should I keep doing this? Waking up early, going on the run to the ocean, because now it's dangerous. Like the waves are crazy, and if I die there's nobody to save me, bro. I'm screwed. Like I'm literally dead if some big wave comes and pushes me to the ocean. So yeah, I'm overthinking, should I do it or should I stop with this? But I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep doing it, and if I realize it's not genuinely safe and not worth doing it, then I'll stop. And this is the biggest problem that I faced in the past, which is the fact of not being able to be certain of saying yes or no. This morning was genuinely a tough morning because I hadn't woken up at 5 in 2 weeks because I went on vacation with my family. And on the vacation I told myself, okay, no worries, man, you're not gonna have to wake up at 5 here because I know that's really not gonna work well, you're going to bed super late. So no, just chill out. Don't even think about content, because if you try to do both things at once, so doing content and enjoying the vacation to the most, you're gonna half-ass both of it, and none of it is gonna be like memorable and actually worth doing it. So I went all in on doing a dopamine detox, not touching my phone at all, not even to record content, stories on the Instagram, none of that. And I enjoyed the vacation to the maximum, which of course we still worked out and we still ate clean. That is non-negotiable. So this morning, after not waking up at 5 for a while, I did it, but the first instinct of my brain was to just go back to bed. My brain just wanted, bro, go back to bed, come on, man, we can't do this, like we need to rest, bro, rest. And so I set the freaking alarm clock for 10 minutes of little rest, and just like that I went back to bed and rested for 10 minutes. Luckily there was a mosquito in my room which annoyed me as hell. I got super pissed off. I got up and just put on my shoes and came outside. And now I followed through exactly what I said. I got that mental repetition of doing what I just said. I built that identity boost. It's like a video game. Each time that I do it, each time that I do what I said I was gonna do, I get that +1 sign, getting XP in the video game character. And this is the thing that I see so many times, and I've done it with myself so much, man, which is taking what it looks the easiest route, taking the short path and not being certain on I'm gonna freaking do this or I'm not gonna do it. It's not even about doing it. It's about sticking with what you said you were gonna do. It's about saying, okay, tomorrow I wake up at 5, and you freaking do it. You wake up at 5. It is uncomfortable, it doesn't feel good, but that is where growth is at. Anything that is worth doing is uncomfortable, because in the uncomfortability, that's where growth is at. That's how it works. Every time you push yourself till failure in the gym, your muscles grow. Why? Because you went till failure. And so I talked to guys on my calls. Literally yesterday I had a call with this guy, and he was talking about how in the past he was taking Accutane, and that really cleared his skin up. So Accutane is this pill with refined soy oil, super horrible, that just hides all your acne. And this guy, he took it for about 1 year, and just like that it fully cleared his skin. But then guess what? He stopped taking it, and acne came back worse than before. Because, as I said, that just hides the problem. It doesn't fix the root cause. I took those pills also, falling into the dermatologist scams, and the same thing happened to me. So this guy, instead of trying to, figure out what's happening, trying to figure this issue, he went back into Accutane. This time doing a small dose, like 10 milligrams or some crap, and his skin started to get better. But then that phase where you start taking the pills appears, where your skin gets horrible, like it gets worse once you start taking it. And he stopped, but then he went back on it, and he went back on it, and he stopped, and he increased the dose, and he decreased it. And now it's been 3 years of that nonsense. He finally reached out to somebody who has solved the problem, not by hiding it with pills, and we hopped on a call, and just like that, the guy was covered in goddamn acne, just like I was a few months ago. And it's sad to see this, because this is what happens when you take the short path, the easy route. This is the reason why dermatologists are just able to give out these pills, which are extremely bad for your health. Literally, there are people who have suicide from taking Accutane. And when I was taking it, I felt huge depression and got knee problems, got gut issues, and my acne, of course, came back worse. This is how they sell us on this bullshit, because it's a $50 package of some pills. Oh, you just take this pill every day, you don't worry about nothing else, and the problem will disappear like it's magic. You don't need any hard work, you can keep eating junk food, acne is just genetics, you don't gotta worry about nothing else, just take the pills. And just like that, you think, bro, of course I'm gonna take that. Like, I just have to take a pill a day and, everything is gonna end up fine. I'm gonna do it. But then, once you realize the price you're paying is your health, is your skin looking like shit 1 year later, and then you gotta keep buying the pills, keep buying skincare, and just like that, once you realize you've spent over $2,000 just on this bullshit, and your skin looks worse than when you started. Because that is exactly what happened to me. Spending hundreds on these goddamn skincare products and pills, my health went to shit. I felt extremely depressed, and so many side effects, and my skin looks worse. Because, as our parents have taught us since we were young, nothing is free. Nothing is free, and you have to live by that. Why do you think porn and watching reels, scrolling, why do you think that stuff is free? Because you are the product. You are the freaking product of it. There's companies there paying to have your attention so that they can advertise a bunch of stuff and they can make money off of you. You are the freaking product. And so you can either go for the easy option, which is to invest in some pills or skincare, which is cheap, $20 to fix this miracle. Yeah, let's just do it. and you don't even have to worry about your diet, your habits, or you can actually invest in somebody that has been through it. You learn what is the root cause and you actually focus on it. It is uncomfortable that, first investment, which may be bigger than some pills. I know it can be uncomfortable, but you get long lasting results and you actually fix the problem instead of later on paying with your health or paying with some other problem. So it's always worth to make that investment even if it's uncomfortable, because as I said in the beginning, it's in the uncomfortability that we grow. It's when something is uncomfortable to do, that's when you know it's worth doing. And I'm telling you guys this story because recently I've been through a really messed up situation where I wanted to invest in a mentor and the price was a bit high, pretty much all the money I had. And I told myself, and I tried looking for cheaper options. Like I went to see other mentors, and because I took my time to figure this out, the first coach, which I then went back to because I was just like, bro, I'm being a pussy. I gotta do it or I don't do it. It's not a maybe. I just gotta do something. I either do it or I don't do it. And clearly, I want to invest in this mentor. That's why I'm looking around for all these options, bro. I just gotta go for this guy. Like, that's the guy I wanted to get in the first place. I just gotta go for it. And then when I went back to the first guy that I initially wanted, he told me, bro, I already upped my prices. It's now double. There's too much people joining. And just like that, in me trying to save the initial investment, which sounded too much, now if I want to invest, I'm gonna spend the double. So I ended up losing more because of my uncertainty. That's why I talk to you. It's either a yes or a no. You either do it or you don't do it. If in your mind you want to do something, you want to invest in that guy, you want to get that program, you want to wake up at 5, you want to start eating clean, reduce the carbs to clear up your skin, if you feel like you should do it, then you freaking either do it or you don't do it. You do it or you don't do it. You don't just decide, okay, I'm gonna go full carnivore, not gonna eat any fruits, and then you have that, afternoon snack, some nice fruit in the middle of the day. You don't freaking do that, or you stop, before you have dinner with your family, you go there and you take out some pieces of meat because, oh, it's just some nice snake, just trying it out. That's a freaking disrespect. You should wait for everybody to be on the table and then we feast. We either do something or we don't do something. It's not a maybe. Look at freaking nature. Everything is either man, woman, dog, cat. There's not a freaking mixture of dog and cat. Like, there's not a maybe dog and cat. No, it's either freaking dog or it's freaking cat. The ocean is either violent or not violent. We can say, oh, it's not as violent. No, bro, it's either like violent or not violent, the ocean. Everything in life is either yin and yang. This wall right here, it's freaking white. It's not, oh, it's a mixture. No, it is just white. And you can say, oh, but it's gray. It's like a mixture of black and white. That is your perception. You may, humans made that up of like, oh, maybe it's a black and white. No, you know what that is? It's freaking gray. It is gray. It's not, oh, maybe black and white. No, it's gray. So anything in life is literally that. It's just that. It's not a, maybe it's gray and white. No, it's the gray. It's freaking gray. It's not maybe black or white. No, it's gray. Like, that's it. It's just that. And what makes you think that you can just go by saying, oh, maybe I'll do it, maybe, I'm not so sure. Can you convince me on doing it? Oh, no. You decide you want it or you don't want it. This is an internal battle. This is not about investing in the program. This is not about waking up early. This is just about doing what you said you were gonna do. Doing what your subconscious mind deeply knows that is needed in order for you to grow. Deep down you want it. Deep down you know you have to do it because you have this deep pain that you want to escape from, and you have this big desire that you want to get to. Deep down you know this is the right thing. So now it's a matter of you fighting that little bitch inside of you that is telling you, maybe let's look for other options. This might not be the best. You either do it or you don't do it. And when you decide to do it, guess freaking what? Because you listen to that subconscious part of yourself, it just reinforced. It just got reinforced. That identity character, as I said in the beginning, the XP just went up because you are building the skill of listening to yourself and following through what you said you were gonna do, what you initially wanted to do. You just did that. Because imagine you have this friend who, you want to go out and you want to meet him. And so you ask him, hey bro, let's do it. And he's always telling you no. Nah, bro, I don't want to. Nah, bro, I got other things. Bro, maybe, nah, man, let's do something else. Bro, nah. And he's constantly telling you he doesn't want to do what you just said you wanted to do. Let's wait for the car to go by. First car I see, it is actually 6:30 already, 6:30. So imagine you have that friend who is always telling you, bro, I don't want to do it. Would you want to have a friend like that you want to do something and he's always telling you, bro, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do it? Would you like to have that friend? I don't think so. So you gotta see yourself as your own friend. You gotta treat the subconscious mind as the friend you wish you had. And the friend you wish you had would be the guy who, would follow through what you want to do. Just like that. And it's very different to just follow those deep desires of like wanting to jack off randomly or scroll reels. That's not something you want to do. Like, you never want to jack off. You just do it out of, habit and boredom and emotions. You just do it off of that, okay? It's not like you want to do it. You do it because you found yourself in a low frequency state and you weren't able and build the skill up in order to resist that. Understand, if you're gonna do something, actually do it all in. If you're gonna wake up at 5, don't put a freaking alarm clock for 10 minutes rest. If you're gonna freaking sleep, you sleep and you rest. If you're gonna freaking work, you sit down at that desk and you freaking work with no distractions until you get that done. Productivity, the meaning of productivity is getting one task done and nothing else. If you're working on, writing a book and you decide, okay, I'm gonna do 20 push-ups, those 20 push-ups, they seem productive, but it's freaking unproductivity because the goal was to write the freaking book. So you in doing something else, that is distraction, that is unproductivity. And that's how it works. When you do something, you do it all in. When it's time to rest after you finish your work, you allow yourself to rest. It's when you're in these ego-driven actions where you're like, bro, I'm gonna work all day, I'm 12-hour days. That's when you get screwed up because you raise your ego too much and you start doing random actions like opening tabs, listen to these random podcasts, change up music, and you got no work at the end of the day. Or when you go to the gym and you just decide to call your friend and you go scroll on this reel and you change the music, that's the worst workout. Why? Because you got distracted. And so when you do something, you do it all in. Go to the gym without your phone. Don't even change music. Don't do that. Just freaking go there, smash the gym intensity to the max. And when you work, you freaking work. When you eat, you freaking eat. When you're with the family, you are with the family. When you invest in something, you go all in and you invest in the right stuff. Because if you don't go all in, just understand, you're gonna pay with something else. You're gonna pay with something else in other way if you don't fully commit and go all in when you do something. It's like if you take naps, man. Who the hell takes freaking naps, bro? You either sleep or you don't freaking sleep. You don't decide, oh, I'm gonna take a nap. What the hell is even that, bro? Fix your goddamn energy and freaking rest when it's time to rest and work when it's time to work. There's a reason why it's so much easier to get workouts in the gym or train boxing in a boxing gym where everybody else is training. It's so much easier to do that. Why? Because do you ever enter a random room and you just don't remember why you entered there? Like you just enter your room, you're like, oh, I was looking for something, I don't even remember. Why is that? Because every time you change the environment, you change the room, this mic, this new mind opens up, like this new box of fogs opens up. So it's way easier to work out when you're just in the gym, or way easier when you're to get work when you sit down at that desk every single day. You sit down at that desk, or it's way easier to go run when you always follow the same path. Like when you build these systems, these habits, this structure, it's impossible to fail. And especially if you have a brotherhood of same-minded people following the exact same thing you're doing, keeping you accountable, telling you their lessons, telling you their mistakes, and you can ask them for advice on whatever you're going through. It's going to be so much easier to learn than if you're on your own just trying to figure things out and you randomly, enter this room where the people are not in the same frequency as you, and you lose yourself in the bad habits and you eat that dessert or something. No, if you're in the right environment, right people around you, you're not gonna fail, bro. So if you want to get clear skin with me and you want to get shredded and be a man that is capable of doing whatever it takes, then follow and let's stay strong, brother. Whoa!